Welcome to an exciting journey through the heart of Cyprus. In this video, we're exploring the captivating city of Nicosia, where ancient history meets modern charm. Join us as we uncover the top 10 things to do in Nicosia, an unforgettable destination filled with cultural wonders, vibrant streets, and delightful surprises. Number 10. Focardo. Around 45 minutes southwest of Nicosia is this small upland village that today only has 3 residents. Focardo has been left untouched and is currently being considered for UNESCO status, as the settlement is a perfect example of traditional Cypriot rural architecture. The village was inhabited from the 400s, but by the 1800s Focardo's population was dwindling. What is left is a Cypriot community before electricity and cars arrived on the island. On a visit you could spend your time negotiating. The village's steep paths are flanked by quaint stone houses topped with fading red terracotta tiles. Number 9. Machares Monastery. Set 40 kilometers south of Nicosia is this delightful 12th century monastery built in the Middle Byzantine style. The monastery takes its name from an iconic painting of the Virgin Mary by Luke the Apostle, which legend has it was smuggled here from Asia Minor to Cyprus by a hermit. The monastery is a central church enclosed by a rectangular courtyard with cloisters all around. These stunning buildings in front of a landscape of dark pinewood hills is one of the most beautiful scenes in Cyprus. The picture alone is worth the trip, but the church's interior is delightful with opulent frescoes, icons and gilded chandeliers. Number 8. Folk Art Museum. This exhibition of Cypriot art has a splendid home inside the city's old episcopal palace, which was built in the 1400s but has portions that go back a further 200 years. The museum was founded in the 1930s as part of an effort to preserve handmade embroideries, metalwork, lace, pottery, textiles and more after the advent of machine-powered mass production. There are 5,000 items in the museum's collection, and as well as intricate decorative pieces you can see historic farming implements such as olive presses, water mills and threshing boards. Number 7. Büyük Han. After the Ottomans took over Cyprus in the 16th century, this marvelous caravanserai was one of the first things they built. A caravanserai is a kind of inn for merchants and other travelers, set around a central courtyard in the middle of which is a masjid, or small mosque. Büyük Han is 2 stories in height and has been beautifully restored over the last 20 years, after a few decades when it was used as a prison by the British. It's now a center for the arts, with galleries, studios and workshops. Number 6. Famagusta Gate. In the years preceding the Ottoman invasion of Cyprus, the Venetians bolstered Nicosia's defenses, and you can still see the walls and gates that they constructed. Famagusta Gate is the most impressive fragment of these old defenses and is an exact copy of the Lazaretto Gate that was built by the Venetians for Candia on Crete. After being used for storage by the British, it was restored in the 1980s, breathing new life into the tall El Kale neighborhood around it. The gate has a 2-lane passageway lit from above by a dome that is based on Rome's Pantheon, and today is a cultural center where exhibitions are held throughout the year. Number 5. Ledra Street. Traditionally Nicosia's main shopping artery, Ledra Street was sealed off by the militarized boundary between North and South Nicosia after Bloody Christmas in 1963. The street was only reopened in 2008, and has now become a hub for commerce once more. The reopening was a big step for the improving relationship between once irreconcilable parties. The Shikolas Tower on this Ledra Street has a public observation tower on its 11th floor, with a wide-ranging view of the city and the north-south UN buffer zone as it ripples along the landscape. Number 4. Kyrenia. On the North Cyprus coast, Kyrenia is a gorgeous little port town framed by the formidable peaks of the Pentadactylos Mountains. The harbor was fortified by the Venetians, who bolstered its imposing fortress with thick roundels that have survived for almost half a millennium. You could take a tour of the old town's narrow alleys and take dinner by the water to round off a perfect day trip. If you visit Kyrenia in June, you can get to know the town's Turkish culture when a variety of Turkish and international bands put on concerts. Number 3. Byzantine Museum. Lefkosia's Byzantine Museum, in the grounds of St. John's Cathedral, is a comprehensive exhibition of Byzantine art spanning almost 1,500 years. The earliest pieces are 7 mosaic fragments looted from the northern church of Konakaria and sold abroad, but since brought back to the south. Also stolen and repatriated are 36 fragments of a 15th century wall painting from a church in Calabria. There are also 230 icons, many richly decorated and dating between the years 800 and 1900. These sumptuous paintings are complemented by a collection of vestments, books and sacred vessels. Number 2. Cypress Museum. The island is a treasure chest of ancient civilization. Almost every town has an excavation site close by. Many of the best pieces discovered at these digs are on display at the Cypress Museum, the island's biggest and best archaeological exhibition. This is a gateway to Cyprus' rich history, and what's great about the attraction is that only pieces recovered on the island are on display. The exhibits begin in the Stone Age and conclude with the Roman era, featuring coins, sculptures, jewelry and everyday household items, as well as priceless treasures from the ancient Greek tombs of Salamis. Number 1. Selimiye Mosque. Here's the slightly confusing site of a mosque adapted from a former Gothic church. Street. Sophia Cathedral, the original Christian building, was started during the Crusades by the Lusignans, but never actually completed, even though it was the foremost church on the island. Western eyes will recognize all the features of a Gothic church, including the traceried windows and flying buttresses, but best riding the front of the building or two tall minarets. The conversion to mosque took place after the Ottoman conquest in the 1500s, when most of the Christian iconography was removed. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video informative, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting travel guides from around the world.